page with his name on it has Pepe the Frog on there, right? And he knows the context of Pepe the Frog now. And he worked with the original artist of Pepe the Frog, and he uses Pepe the Frog in his examples, calling out this racist stuff. So he should have at least disclosed that he worked with Pepe the Frog, because that's a relationship I would like to know about when you're looking at this supposed facts, right? But there was no disclaimer, and he knew this for years. He worked with this guy from 2009 to 2016. He's never said this in any of the narrative he was trying to push, and but yet he's been using Pepe the Frog as a alt-right icon, but he never said anything about his relation with the creator of Pepe the Frog. And obviously, the other person that he based his research on, which he credits in his tweets, Fedor, he created Neuro Pepes, an NFT collection about Pepes. And he also didn't say anything about that. It's kind of crazy. And make this is what you're gonna love, because this plays right into it, right? So I was sort of doing a dive on all of this, and it's obvious that he's well versed in 4chan. And he knows exactly what he's doing and how he's approaching this. And some people are saying that this whole thing is a 4chan thing. The narrative he's trying to push, he's trying to accuse Bored Apes of, is actually what he's doing himself. He's saying Bored Apes is a 4chan troll, but people are claiming that he's actually trolling by accusing them of being a 4chan troll. And he's very experienced with 4chan. And I found a post on January 5th of this year, and I'll quote it for you. And the quote, this is an anonymous person on 4chan that says, "Let's turn NFT into a racial slur against Black people. I think we should do this for the following reasons. NFT starts with the letter N. NFTs are commonly associated with monkeys. Most NFT memes involve a monkey of some kind, and a lot of NFTs are just monkey drawings. Black people used to be traded as property. Finally, and most importantly, it would make all the people trying to get rich off this shit, especially celebs and influencers, really, really fucking mad. Let's do this, bros." And guess what?
That makes my blood boil.
And guess what happens? 10 days later,
Exactly that.
10 days later, GordonGoner.com is registered.
What registered?
Oh my god.
Are you still diamond handing them, Mike, or?
Wait,
Yeah,
what-
you.
what-
Five
But the
days,
thing is,
5 days after GordonGoner.com is registered, he starts tweeting about this, and he doesn't stop. He starts tweeting on January 19th, and he doesn't start tweeting about it.
Hotshot, that's the reason why I really wanted you two guys to have this conversation. I knew that if he would join your space or the other way around, somebody would end up on top or somebody would have a rational answer. And he didn't have any. And now hearing all this stuff like that he worked with this creator of Pepe and he's against racism, it really caught me off guard. And that's I knew that I was not intellectually smart enough to see through the forest through the trees. And that's why I really wanted you guys to have this conversation. And man, thank you for being so based, for being so welcoming, talking to him, letting him speak, creating the space, because it opened up my eyes and you really caught me off guard with things you had on the backhand and you didn't say before. So you could have said that before, buddy. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I haven't even shared that with him, because this falls into assumption, right? But that is shared on 4chan on January 5th this year. Less than 10 days after that, GordonGoner.com is registered, and then 5 days after that, Ryder Rich starts tweeting about it and doesn't stop. And he and his buddies, a tactic they would use is they would go to Twitter accounts with Bored Ape profiles and tweet the link with the Gordon Goner website below it and say stuff like, "Did you know this?" or "Do you know this is racist? Your PFP is racist." And they've been doing that for months.
Oh, bro, you just made so many things just click in my head right now, bro. I'll speak to you later.
I really have the feeling, like I said before, Hotshot, when something comes on Netflix, go after it, man. Like back all the things up that you're saying, and make the opposite of it, because Board Ape Yacht Club is gonna get a shitstorm over them when
Well,
those
Is it
Netflix.
universal do
you're
their due
assuming that's
diligence?
true, but has any proof of that claim by him been shared publicly, or is it just him saying he is gonna be on Netflix?
Somebody said that he did like 2 interviews yesterday for a Netflix series.
Yeah, but is that a Netflix series produced around his point of view concerning this matter, or was he
It was
just
about it was about NFT culture.
yeah, but that's not a show about him. He was presenting it as if there's going to be a documentary about exposing the Bored Apes as Nazis. That's how it came off on stage.
True, true. I don't have the feeling that that's gonna happen, but the thing is, if they start talking about it in a Netflix series,
Well,
it's gonna be
he's
like
definitely going to bring it up, right? But if he's just an interviewer in a documentary, he doesn't have final cut. He could end up on a cutting room floor. I've seen it happen multiple times. I haven't seen it happen to lead actors that were
yeah,
reduced to 5 seconds roles
yeah,
over and
you
over
said
just
that
for the sake
before.
of the final product. So none of that is set in stone. And the final product is made in the editing floor, and you don't know what you're going to left with, what you can leave with. But if he's being interviewed, that's okay. I think he has. I think he has a valid point of view if he wants to get interviewed, as long as it's in the broader context of things. But it sounded to me like he was saying that his Ryder Rip's Bored Apes projects was getting a whole Netflix series.
Yeah, I recorded most of the space, like 2 hours and 30 minutes, to listen back to the whole conversation and stuff like that. So I really hope. Uh, I really have a. How do I say it? I really appreciate good faith. That's why I stick around you, Hotshot. That's why I also stick around Alex. And I really have the feeling that you guys just saved me from something. So thank you for it, Alex,
Hey,
No,
Hotshot.
no, no!
what are
Don't
you
thank
gonna
me,
do with
bro.
your ape?
I'm just the
Yeah.
I'm just the innocent bystander, bro. But bro, listen, what are you diamond handing that thing, or are you dumping the fucking thing? That's what I want to know.
Oh no, he's selling that joint. He's gonna sell that, all right? And he
Please
gonna
give us
split the
that
difference
answer,
with Alex. Let's go.
Mike.
I really don't know what I'm gonna do with it, man.
Oh,
I really don't know. I
Yeah,
really
so
don't
hot
know.
dog.
Maybe I'll sell it when it's at the highest point or something like that. I'm
Well,
oh,
definitely.
bro,
You
you're holding
already
That
it to
was
missed that.
zero.
You already
yesterday.
missed that.
I
Have
just
fun
get the
holding it to
vibes
zero,
right
bro.
now. I just get the vibes right now that we're going to catch Make in a Ryder Rip space 3 days from now, going, Ryder, I love you, man. You really make me see things differently. And I really
No,
support the project now, guys. And I'm
No,
going to keep the
sorry,
ape and I'm
Stockholm
going to
said
make it
they're
my
different with
PFP,
me.
guys.
gotta say, Hotshot, if he comes up with some clear-cut answers that debunks all the things that you say, but right now he was like 6 a.m., low energy, and he didn't have any rational answer. And it's true what Acid said. It's not because you wear a KKK suit as a black person that it is a different vibe. That's I gotta give it to Acid, man. He hit it right on. So, are you guys gonna believe me forever that I got this from the
Bro,
guy?
I'm never letting it go. I literally feel like you're actually Ryder Riffs right now, bro. Straight out.
Yeah,
Ryder
Bro,
it
Rapes, I
feels
mean.
kind of
You're
dirty having you on
blacklisted,
stage, to
bro.
be honest. It feels
I
kind of
still,
dirty.
I still think it's kind of legendary that I got it from the guy who also made like all these controversies.
All
So
this
you
racism
guys
stuff,
Don't
yeah.
pump your bags, bro. Don't pump your bags. He's like, yo, it's
No,
a historical
no.
NFT.
Yeah,
Versus
we just spoke 7 hours about all these issues, but in the end, profit is all that matters, guys. Just let's get right through it.
Yo,
yo,
so
I would
hot
say
dog.
if I had like 1 million, I would burn it in a second. But I don't have that, so
Oh,
I don't
fuck,
have
bro.
like a lot of
I
money
can't.
to.
This is how he
I
gets you.
can't.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't.
So this
You've been
is the
brainwashed,
same
bro.
this is the same like if OX Hustler would send you an NFT and you keep it and you go, well, maybe sounds kind of good. It's like, nah, bro. Principles matter.
I
I
got
love
that
you,
bro.
Mike,
offer from
but
Sell
another K
that
Bear.
for a
Yo, I
McDonald's
got that
Happy Meal.
offer
Call
from
it a day.
another K Bear. I gotta be honest, Hotshot. They were like, I'm gonna send you another K Bear this evening. And then at the end of the space, they were like, but because there was this whole controversy about Hustler, and I joined this room, and then I looked at his website, and he said like, "Oh, we're about mental health and stuff like that," and some things added up, some things don't. The way I always look at it, I go in myself, experience the vibe, and then see what happens afterwards. I'm gonna do the
Oh,
same
guys, I'm
thing
out.
with.
I'm out.
I'm
I'm
gonna
out.
do
I'm
the
out. I'm
same
out. I'm
thing
out.
with
I'm out. I'm
this.
out. I love yous. I love yous. I can't do this no more. I love yous, but like,
Alex, wait, come back, come experience the vibe.
Yeah, just
Mr. World, how do you end up in the same position with all of these clowns? I'm just trying to figure this out. Somehow
Oh
you
well, I
end up
gotta
in the
say,
same
I gotta be
position.
honest. I gotta be honest.
he asked hot
I
shot.
wasn't
Hot
I
shot.
wasn't I was in a children's home like a lot of my childhood, and I always had to go up against the government for seeing my mom, seeing my grandmother, and everything always went bad. And then I worked for a lot of big companies, like the big electric companies. I worked for all of them. I went from business to business, signing contracts, and I seen a lot of bad shit happening in the world. And from that point on, I was like really creating my critical mind about everything. And now this NFT space, seeing kids of 8, 9, 10, 13 years old in here, seeing the Goblin Town, seeing the Bored Ape, seeing the imagery, uh, I really try to make up my best critical mind about it. And I really want to taste everything and see where it goes. That's how I am. That's how I got here. It was also because I was in crypto and I had to empty my bags to get my girlfriend at my house. And then everybody was talking about NFTs and flipping NFTs. So everybody started looking at NFTs. And then I joined the DCP team that was like a really solid project in my beliefs. And from that point on, I felt like I had a good project, good people, good community around me to step out of my comfort zone and went into Twitter spaces. And that's how I ended up on Omakase, on Ryder, on Hotshot, on Alex, on everybody's space, with you, Christine, with everybody, and just making the discussion, feeling the vibe, and really try to be like as good as I can be. And that's why I follow Hotshot, man. I really have the feeling that he saved me today. Like having this conversation, seeing
Man, you feel
Ryder
that a lot, man.
But
is
now you got to save yourself, bro, because now you have that decision.
Yeah, Marcus.
Christine, don't
Can we
make it
let
hard on
Elijah
me.
speak? Marcus, please. She raised her hand a long time, man. And also,
True.
if we have space, Rook, he worked in like Disney or something. He can also tell us about like IP rights. Please, Elijah, please. You raised your hand so long. I'm not sure.
Elijah, you there? Nope.
He might have fallen asleep with his hand
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, he might
gone.
be asleep.
Acid, you're really like a legend, man. Gotta say it. Like it's true. You gave me a clear-cut answer. It's not because somebody it's not because somebody wears a KKK suit but is black that it's not racist. That's how I feel about it. Like
But you still have the ape, so you need to make the decision now because now you're aware, and awareness is the first step.
He can't sell his ape because then he's no longer fighting racism.
see, but that's the narrative they create, and that's what really caught me off guard with that creator of Pepe that you said. Like this is man, it this talk it blows my mind every day, and I really have the feeling this is not finished yet. But today you made some clear cut.
It was 2014. 214. Said 2014. Yeah, 214.
He's up now.
Elijah, you're on stage, buddy.
What's the last name? Dousay. Dousay.
Hot shot. You want to take care of that?
Elijah, your mic is on, bro.
Yeah, I don't think Elijah's here, but yeah. Yeah, we at least had to talk. It was it, and no doubt in my mind that he would just continue because he was not very receptive to any of the information or points of view shared. And this is why I always said that these talks are not very fruitful, because you cannot change people that are prone to these fallacies. That's why they're prone for them. Only they can sort of zoom out and help themselves a bit. And this makes it very hard to have any sort of effective conversation. But it is what it is. I think maybe people saw enough from both sides, from all points of views on the stage, to properly form an opinion of what's going on. I think the ones that shines the light is how he was behaving on stage in general. Maybe not even the context of it, but just behaving as a person is always very shows a good insight on who you're dealing with. I thought, I don't really know Ryder, right? I've been in a couple of spaces with him. I don't really know him. But yeah, this was really how he behaved on stage was really telling for me.
Are you scared that he's gonna find out who you are?
Hell no. This dude has no skills whatsoever.
He's threatened me too. I'm not worried.
He has no skills. This is nothing. Like,
Look, if his attempt to dox Hotshot is as amazing as his investigative journalism on this entire thing, then yeah, I don't think Hotshot's got shit to worry about. So, from my perspective, anyway.
I think he should be scared for me digging into his past and making a whole fucking report about it for everyone to read, though. I think that would probably be more dangerous. But the thing is with these people is that a part of them wants that because it gives them, they want the attention, and then they can't distinguish fame from notoriety, right? So they think being notorious for whatever reason is good, as long as there's a form of attention, it's good. But that's actually very detrimental to you as a person. It really hurts you to be
Us here in the
notorious for anything.
States, we dealt a lot with that with the last presidency, so we're semi used to it here, but it still never gets easy. But it's the same